Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode that discusses on personality and competency. Personality and competency. A man and his life. A man and his life. That's equivalent to personality and competency. What he has and what he could make. Two generations. What he has and what he could make out of it. That's personality and competency. It's a very brief picture of the whole uh, violence of ideas that I propose for you for a better understanding about personality. Fortunately or unfortunately, personality is always compared with something. So there are A and B standing. So you compare A and B. And there is that I standing. There is that I standing. So I not only relate I to A, I to B, I also relate A to B. Now, how much we do that is a matter of intrigue. How much we do that is a matter of intrigue. There seem to be no clues. Who does what? There seem to be no clues. Who much? Who does what? How much? Probably it is the situation. There are times when you close your own book and read somebody else's book. There are times when you close all the other books and read your own book. The matter is very aggressive treatise, very aggressive treatise on how we want to live our life, how we live a life and how we want to live our life, how we could live a life, how we lived our life, all the four generations, how we lived, what we are living, what we can live, what we will live. All the four generations, the details of which we look at this in great details, greater details at a later stage, at a more appropriate stage. There is a small party held. There is a small party held, and in that party, we have one child, one or two teenagers, one or two adult women, one or two adult men, elderly woman, elderly man. All of them make about 10. The party is to say the truth. The party is celebration of truth. So everybody has to say the truth. The party is about celebrating truth. Everybody has to say the truth. A comes up and says, "This is the party, and I'm tending that that's the truth." The other person objects, saying that this may not be the party. We are here, but this may not be the party. Another person says, "Well, unless I know which station it is, how will I know that I have arrived there? Unless I know which station it is, I don't know how I have arrived at that station, whether I have arrived at that station." And here, the station is the party, the venue where a party of truth, a party celebration for truth is being held. I will not know, another person says, I will not know what to call a party unless I know other people are equally truth celebrating. They are in a mood to celebrate truth, so on and so forth. There's six more to come, and I'm sure there's six more confusions to be added to this simple task of making the first statement on celebrating, or first statement via the celebration of truth. What are we trying to get at? In the first place, the person, most of them, the person is going to look at what is outside as a truth. We are taking a giant leap into philosophy while we are discussing a subject, personality and competency. It's a big leap into the world of philosophy. We always look outside to see what truth is. It's easy because social references are umpteen. There are umpteen social references. So we can calibrate behavior and say this is what it is. Is it an advantage? I use the word calibration. You know how serious that matter is? Calibration is not an easy matter. And we are looking at a soft data. When I say he is so, this, I have perhaps announced my opinion. I perhaps announced my opinion. When somebody says he is this, probably it is an expression of love. It is an expression of his desire that he wants him to be this. He's like a sweet candy. He's like a crunchy biscuit. Maybe you had an appetite. You actually had a gastronomical desire to have a chocolate, a candy chocolate, or you had a desire for a crunchy biscuit, which you didn't have, so expect the other person to make up for that requirement. Human psychology is a very long passage, majorly through confusions and minorly through convictions. Majorly through confusions and minorly through convictions. That's why in the earlier episode we have said that all of us tend to be scientific when we say it is and then ask is it. It is it? Hypothesis, testing the hypothesis. It is hypothesis. Is it? Testing the hypothesis. I want to deliberately remind you again and again, to bring you to a point. To bring you to a point of realization of the mathematical chaos. To bring you to a point of a mathematical chaos. Just imagine on the wall there are figures hung 2 here, 4 here, 9 here, 18 here, 20 here. And you're wondering what these figures are. Somebody says, no, they're all even numbers. You said, no, 11, I think it is. I find it a little odd to call 11 even. I call it a little odd to call 11 even. Somebody says they are all prime numbers. Oh, no, no, no. I mean, 4, not a prime number. So what are we at? We are trying to collect these numbers and give it a name. This is a host of honeybees. This is a horde of dogs, hunting dogs. This is a family of cats. So 2, 4, 11, 13, 9, 8, 105. We are trying to sort this figure because that suits our intellect, that suits our memory habits. So we want to give collectively some name to this. And then our problem is our dictionary, a reporter of those nouns and adjectives. A reporter of those nouns and adjectives is limited. Therefore, many times we go to branding experts, say, this is my product, what is the best name for it? So he suggests one name. No, that's the name of my wife. People will think odd. So and so, no, that's the name of my house. So and so, no, already this name is there. Somebody is selling a toothbrush by the same name, etc., etc. The confusion. Nomenclature. To find a noun, an adjective, a branded adjective, a branded adjective, a branded adjective. Where somewhere else in another series we are discussing branded communication. This is certainly one. Branded adjectives. We go to a consultant to find a way out. Now, who do we go? On the wall, there are figures like this. So we are in urgent need. We are in urgent need to title something. And by no measure, no means, those numbers will change unless the place where I went to has changed either the painting or the wall or the house. And that cannot happen all of a sudden. Unless they are illusions, and illusions cannot be qualified. I offer you a lot of respite. By making this measure, illusions cannot be qualified. Again, going back to the branded communication, this is a branded communication. Illusions cannot be qualified. Because illusion is several pieces, large sequence of data, which is ever changing. And qualification is a standard measure withstanding for a long, long time to come. So A and B and I, it creates a confusion of titles. The moment I give A a title, relatively B's title needs to be changed. Because A was accommodative of so many things. And suddenly I realize the moment I title A, I'll have a problem titling B. And then when these two titles are set, how to title myself? And without that title, without that nomenclature, I will not survive in the universe. In the system of legality, all of us bear a name, father's name and a family name. Without that, I'll stand nowhere. Somebody says, who are you? I cannot say it is me. Who are you? It is me. No, but who are you? Sir, it is Me? No, never. Nay, it's not going to work. So it's our urgent practice to title. And we are in a truth party supposedly to talk the truth. But all the four members who spoke about this had their own confusions. And I'm sure we belong to that party as always. We are always one of those 10 people attending a party to celebrate truth. Yet we are as confused about the party and the truth and the purpose and the celebration as they were. See you next time. In this discourse, personality